Hello, hello. Hey, Julia. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Hey, Ray. Oh, how you guys doing? Hey, Shiro. Hold on, sorry, I'm here. I'm just also gonna post to Twitter so the whole internet knows. 'Cause you know, that's how it goes. In the meanwhile, let's get a lovely view here of me AFKing in my yard. Just kidding. Black screen, that's not good. Hold on. This is gonna... Why is everything falling apart? You kidding me? Wow, this is actually happening. Okay. The gameplay is not piping through. Well, ain't that just fucking fantastic? Man, this might actually be a just chatting stream. What is the, okay. I'm very confused. Why is this not working? Yushikuma! Hey, hello! Yeah, not feeling, too well. I'm not feeling too well. Apparently, my gear is not feeling too well, as it's, not wanting to pipe the gameplay over inexplicably. So yeah, welcome to the stream though. Thank you. Welcome everybody back. I do apologize. This This is gonna be more of like a just hanging out stream. I know we had planned on doing some more themed kind of builds. Well, I mean, in general, but yeah, I just think I'm not feeling too super great. I don't feel horrible yet. Thankfully, like it hasn't hit me like a ton of bricks or anything, but I'm guessing that it might by Wednesday. So that's why I don't want us to start something and then kind of like have to just like weirdly have it floating out there. And also well, first of all, I'm not even sure if I can show my gameplay right now. I'm gonna try reconnecting some stuff here, but yeah, it's just seeming like this is not the time. I want to make sure that I can do these next couple topics justice, because these next two things that we're planning on doing this week and the following week are ikebana, which is Japanese flower arrangement, and then I was going to do a somewhat of a redo of a Japanese temple build that I had done in the past, because I had some new ideas about it, and I think I knew I could bring that. And those are two topics though that I'm really, really like excited about, and like that I really want to do a good job with, and like bring the, you know, the kind of energy and production value and stuff that I know that I can bring, and that I know that you guys would want to see delivered for those. And I just, yeah, I feel like it'd be kind of off if I did it today/Wednesday. So I'd rather just push it back. But we can hang out still. I always enjoy hanging out with all of you, so. Hold on a second, I'm just plugging stuff in and out. How is everybody's Monday doing though? How is everybody doing out there? Huzzah! Success. Sir, have you tried turning it off and on? Have you made sure it's plugged in? There we go. Some bun up in here. Okay. Hold on a second. I am quite dark. I think I need to change my setting here. Did this like reset my filters or something? What is happening? But yeah, not too long. Ishikuma says, work was a drag, but yeah. Work was a drag. Oh, you know, sometimes it is, but well, I'm glad. Thank you for coming out anyway, though. At least you made it out. Like I said, we're still gonna hang out here. We'll chat about some stuff. I might take some time while we're chatting to go do some cleanup work in the apartment. Not my real place. I mean, my in-game apartment. Because there's just like a collection of build stuff in there that I wouldn't mind documenting, and it's a good chance to kind of get things even more shaped up for the coming streams ahead of us. So. Yushikuma, I apologize, but if you've answered this before for me, but do you do housing? Or are you more from other stuff? No worries if you don't. It's totally fine. There's no judgment like one way or another. I'm just more curious just because I know I get like I'm kind of, I don't know, I call myself like a bit of a black sheep or something, or like I guess like a split between nightlife and housing. And so I have a lot of people who kind of find me through one way or the other, And so that's why I just kind of asked, because like I'm not always quite sure where people are finding me from, or where they're they're trying to get into housing, or whether they already know housing a lot and everything like that. So just I try to like again, no judgment. I'm merely just asking because I like to try to kind of get to know, what you guys are interested in, and what you guys are all into and that kind of thing. So yes, no, kinda. So like, is that like you think housing's pretty cool, but you're like, okay, I guess you're answering that. So I build what I can without tools, but I love building and someone helps me. Fair enough. Hey, that's totally fine. As long as you love building, as long as you're having fun, then that's housing, I fully support the idea that like creativity and like being creative is not something that one has to do like professionally or to a certain like degree before you can consider yourself like a fan or good at something or whatever, or like like before you could say like, yeah, I'm like into housing. Like you don't have to be like this good before you can say like, yes, I like housing or something, it's very much just like, yeah, man, I think it's cool, I have fun doing it, then cool, that's all he needs, right? Huge fan of building in games that offer this kind of stuff. Yes, me too. I have never found a game. Well, that's not true. So I have had other games where you could build stuff, but I think this is the first time where you could both build stuff and you had thousands of people at your fingertips, or there's certainly at least hundreds, to actually come and experience those things in like a sort of omni-connected world, right? Like I think in a lot of other games and stuff, it's kind of like, hey, I built this map, and if you want to like load into it, then you can. But then like, it's not necessarily something that is like here, right? Where it's like we have our like literal neighborhoods where like even when I'm offline, like you guys can come and like hang out in my yard or something, right? I mean, so I think it's pretty awesome in that way. Hey Kaya, hello. Oh my gosh, actually that is a good point. I should be using my own emotes more. I should. Start the stream every time like with that at least. That's a good point. Thank you. I'm glad you're using them though, Kaya. And yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm feeling a little head's a little bit, knees weak, palms sweaty, mom's spaghetti. Now more just like my head's a little off. I had a bit of I'm not quite sure if it's a fever or not. I felt like I was pretty warm last night, but I didn't like actually check my temperature at the time, because I thought like maybe I was just overheating under the covers or something. But I did think, oh, that's a little weird. Like that felt like I checked the temperature of like what the weather was, and I was like, oh, it wasn't actually that warm. So that's a little weird that I felt that way. So then I thought, you know what, I better just take a test today. And I did admittedly, like, those, like, I have been so careful about going out all of this time during the entire pandemic. I haven't gotten COVID yet. Like, I stayed in. I, like, have avoided going to a number of, like, hangouts and things. To try, if I felt like they weren't, like, that safe or something. But then I went to one random gathering this past weekend. I suspect that's where I got it. It was for like a family friend, and yeah. But it happens. It happens. It's no one's fault. I mean, I suspect that's where it happened though. It's just this new strain is so just damn contagious though, it's really hard. It could have even been when I went to Target. Like I went to Target for like maybe 10-15 minutes to go buy a quick thing. Could have been there. Who knows? That's the thing about germs, they're everywhere. You never know. Let's see here. But yeah, let's see. Oh, and so Yushikuma, you're saying, so you're making a club right now. That's cool. You're making a nightclub, and are you planning to like open it then to weekly sometime, I guess, and have DJs and everything? And checked out, you decked out your medium personal. What did you build in your medium personal? This actually is a perfect segue. Thank you into that I am bringing back my housing tour at the end of this month. So actually, yeah, this is something I was going to talk about this week anyway, but I'm going to open up the tour form again for the next housing tour, and it's going to be the actual tour itself will happen the last week of July, assuming that I get better from COVID and nothing really serious happens. Yeah, so I'm going to open the tour back up. And that would be actually a really cool chance for you to potentially show off the personal medium you decked out or something. Or if anyone else has had any other builds and stuff that they've done, then yeah, that would be a perfect chance. And it's open to everybody. Are you in my Discord, Yusha? For anybody who's not in the Discord and is watching right now and would like to join, I have a Discord. There it is, linked in the chat. And we talk about housing and nightlife, and it's also a chance for you to opt into any notifications for upcoming streams that I do. So, yeah, you can unlock the housing area or the nightlife area or both, whatever one you want. Got a bunch of different types of stuff in there. It basically kind of covers all the types of content that I tend to focus on. So it's a great chance to showcase your works in progress for housing, or ask for help on something that you're working on, or we could talk about nightlife. And again, it's a chance also, I have a notification section where you can opt into notifications for when I go live on stream, or if you want announcements for like upcoming events and stuff. And for the housing tour, it is also where I organize the housing tour, because first and foremost, I like to try to give the opportunity to people within my community to showcase their builds first and foremost, before I sample in either other builds of my own choosing, or even, you know, other things from other areas if I open it up to the public one day. But first and foremost, I want people who are, you know, regularly coming to the stream to have a chance to opt into the tour. So the tour form is not live yet, but I will be resetting it and putting it live, I think this week, maybe even tonight, and I'll put an announcement out when that happens, and so that way we can start gathering people's builds. So yes, if Yusha and anyone else listening, if you would like to submit a build for the July tour, then you can look forward to that. You're in the Discord now. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer. But yeah, so that'll be really exciting. For anybody who doesn't know, basically the housing tour is just, it's a community submitted thing where anybody can submit a build, especially if you're through my Discord. And basically, over the course of usually about 2 days, we just go and visit a bunch of people's builds, and people can come along on the tour and join along. So they can either join on stream or they can come in the game. And then, yeah, we just go and basically just gush about how awesome everyone's builds are. And again, does not matter what level of housing you're at. Like, it could be absolute beginner all the way to I've done this for the last 5 years. So if anything, actually, I really like it that we usually have a very wide range of builds, like a wide variety of both levels of design as well as complexity and varied styles. So I think that makes for a much more interesting tour that way, where people get to see some, you know, people's like first apartments, and then all the way up to like someone's like really fancy nightclub or really crazy like tavern looking thing or something. It gives a ton of chances for people to see just all kinds of ideas and spark thoughts and stuff. So yeah, Also, I saw Ray mentioning back Halo. So Yushi was saying earlier, I used to make a ton of maps that made it for the shares back on Halo 3 and 4. Oh, okay, yeah. Man, it sounds like you and Ray should be friends. Ray's talked to me a lot and shown me maps and stuff that they've done, or just like cool custom Halo maps. Because like I played a lot of Halo 1, 2, 3, but I kind of fell out of it after that. Although I'm still definitely consider myself a fan of the series. But I'm not like super versed in a lot of the like online multiplayer, what's been happening and all that kind of stuff. But that's awesome. I've seen so many really cool things come out of Forge, and just basically like, did anyone else here by any chance do Warcraft 3 or StarCraft custom maps, like use map settings? Because like that's where I feel like that's where I really well, okay, in the beginning, I think very early on in life, I mean, I've always just been like into art and stuff, and I really liked building with things like Legos and stuff. So I think from that perspective, like I've always been a fan of just like building stuff. Clay, whether it's Legos, or whether it's like building little terrariums for critters or something that I caught when I was like a kid. You know, I've always like liked building places and building things. But then I think like that kind of the jump start before I kind of eventually found my way to Final would be, I did a lot of experimenting around in StarCraft, like original StarCraft, I would say, and then Warcraft 3, both of their like custom map builders. And I never released anything that was like really, I never like got to the point where I was releasing a game to the public that like would be able to really catch on. It was never that sophisticated, but I just had so much fun building the map. Like I remember spending hours and hours and hours building the terrain for a theoretical like little multiplayer map that I was making. I just had such a blast, like putting the grass in little specific places and like figuring out how to make the trees like blend a little bit nicer into the hill line and these kinds of things. So yeah, has anyone else out there ever done it? Did you guys do any of that stuff? Yusha says Legos, loves Bionicles. Yes, Bionicles. Yo, the Bionicle sets too are so crazy now. Like, especially like that they have the whole robotics side of it, where like they actually have like mechanisms and stuff. Sort of like Minecraft, right? Like Legos, I feel like is sort of similar to Minecraft in that way of like it's very inherently initially simple, but then they give you like just enough mechanisms and stuff that like if you want to go crazy with it, you can, right? Like those people who program computers and stuff in Minecraft by just like using like a million of the switches and stuff, because that's like computers, it's the zeros and ones, right? It's like bits and zeros and ones and like on off states, and you just like chain like a million of them together and you can like start creating like computing and stuff. I don't know, I'm not a whiz at that, but like that stuff blows my mind. I think it's so cool. Also, thank you, Teague. I appreciate that. Teague was saying, feel better. Welcome back to the stream, Teague, as always. And same with you, Liara. Thank you, everybody, for wishing me feeling better. So far, I mean, knock on desk wood here, but so far, it's not too bad. I've been, double vaxxed and boosted. And I'm young and I would say relatively healthy, although I'm not exactly like the peak of fitness. But I think I'll be okay. This is the first day I tested positive for it, so it is possible that it just kind of peters away, but it's also possible that by like say Wednesday, I might need to cancel the stream if I'm feeling really bad. So yeah, I can work on some stuff, but like just I don't want to like be all like super down and super like, hey guys, I'm so sorry or something. Just wouldn't be a very entertaining time. Not the kind of production that I want to put on. And Aramore saying the housing tour is your favorite. Met some very cool people that way. Yeah, it's true. the housing tour is like, I think, a really good chance for a lot of people to put a face, like I guess in-game face, to a lot of the people they see on stream, as well as put a face to some of the builds and stuff they might be seeing out and about, you know? So that's always really cool, just to see people meeting on like the housing tour, and then like I see them hanging out after or something. Like that's always really cool. So, but picture too. So you should say. So from what you said, it'll depend on the date. So just I'll throw that out there for anybody who wants to know. So the housing tour, you can actually, so if you look at my Discord, I do have a section that's called Noa, and it has, for example, I have a thing that auto pulls in all my tweets, as well as shows the housing schedule. Sorry, not the housing schedule, the stream schedule in general. So I do apologize, it's a little out of date today just because I was hesitating to put up the schedule that I had intended and made up because of, well, what now you guys know, it's because I'm not feeling too good. So I'm going to be changing that. But there's the monthly overview, and that shows you when also the housing tour is scheduled for. I should, let me double check about that, but it's scheduled for the 25th and 27th of July. So if you want to mark your calendars for that, right? So yeah, if you look under Noa in the channels of my community Discord, stream schedule, July 25th, July 27th, 4 to 6 p.m. is when the scheduled housing tour is. So if you want to mark your calendars for that, that'll be good. Going back to the yeah, I'm curious to hear also more about your club, Yusha. Yeah, let me know. I'm curious what you've got going on. And again, I mean, if you complete it potentially by the housing tour, maybe we can show it on the tour. I know that's what we've debuted in some sense 2 clubs now on the tour. Right before they launch. So we've done now The House by Roth, Cast, and Azzy. And then we also did Club Orbit. And so both of those have now opened and had several openings, very successful openings. And that's been really cool that we kind of got a sneak peek at them before they were famous, so to say. And oh, here, let me put up actually the address too. If anyone wants to just come hang out too, you can't get code from me in game, so if you want to come just chat, there you go. I'll put the address. I'm sitting outside my FC house right now, so if you want to just come hang out, I made this lovely yard. It's actually was fully built on a previous stream, or two streams, and it's meant for hanging out. So like, yeah, if anybody feels like just hanging out while we're chatting, come hang out. We can go inside too if anybody wants to go inside to any of the rooms or something. Like it's very chill, very relaxed right now. We can do whatever. Yo, you actually made a clock in Minecraft, so you did actually figure out how to do the kind of like light coding in Minecraft? So I've never actually played Minecraft. I've only watched people play Minecraft. Also, Juliet's saying, showing my age, I did content for mud games, coding for text-based games. I'm not sure what that is exactly, Juliet. Is that, so, content for mud? What does mud stand for? Is that a company, or is that like a type of game? And then, so coding for text-based games. So, you did coding for text. So like in a game that's like an RPG kind of thing where like it reads the text and stuff. And so you like coded for that kind of thing. Like Cloud says, and it has a little chat box pop up. Got it. Okay, yeah. So like the little portrait comes up maybe, if anything, but it's like text, click A to advance text kind of thing. That's what is text-based games. Got it. So multimedia dungeons like King's Quest, Materia Magica. I admittedly have not heard of either of those, but I mean, admittedly, I'm not like a super gaming extraordinaire whiz who knows like every single game in existence. I have like a pretty limited library of knowledge. I feel like when it comes to games in the grand scheme of things. So like, I feel like I have like a few core things that I played a lot of, like a lot of Zelda, a lot of Halo, a lot of the Mario Kart, you know, those kind of things. What else? It was like Blizzard games. I mean, so, but I didn't really branch out into a lot of too many of the other kinds of games. There's just so many, you know. So that's really cool. Yeah. You need to do. Oh, Yusha's saying the 25th is actually when you may be leaving sometime around then. So no worries that, yeah. If you can't make it, I mean, well, we'd of course love to have you on the tour, but like if in the event that you have a house that you'd really love to show, but you just may not be able to actually make it to the tour, that's still fine. Like, I mean, we can always, you can always catch the VOD or something later. Oh, hey! Welcome. Have a seat. Is it Lijos or Lijos? Or is the L silent? Is it like with the Spanish J, like J to the H kind of thing, like Lijos or Lijos or Yols? Yols. Yols Midir? Is that, or is it Midir? Or my dear? Yols. Yols Midir? All right. I think I got it. Yols Midir. Cool. Welcome. That's a cool name. Very unique. Just that combo, the L to the J. That's a very like striking combo of letters that you don't really see very often next to each other. So like visually, it's like, whoa, that's very distinct. I like it. Meteor for Dark Souls. Oh, you're a Dark Souls person, huh? I see. Are you someone who's like played through all of those, the Dark Souls and the Soulsborns? Oh, there you go, huge Soulsborne fan. Yeah, man, wow, you and Ray, it's like a Halo thing, Souls games. Because I will admit, so I haven't really experimented with Forge stuff, and I've never played a Souls game. I've watched some friends play. I think they were playing Bloodborne. I watched a friend play a good portion of Bloodborne. That's the one where you have the like pointy hat and the little like things pop, like, almost like little ears or something popping out of it, right? I think you get like the very pointy witch hat, like the hat that like swoops out both sides. I think, is that Bloodborne, right? And you have like the scythe or something, I think. Yeah, I'm guessing you have sides in a lot of them, but like, you're working on a Dark Souls sleeve IRL on my right arm. Oh, like you want to get a tattoo. Like you're working on a sleeve tattoo to artwork. Is that what you're saying? Damn, that's cool. Wait, so are you a tattoo artist? Or you do art and stuff? You're a tattoo artist. Was that a to you are a tattoo artist? Oh, okay. Saying yes, I think, to the getting the tattoo. But so you're drawing it yourself though, or are you commissioning someone to have the artwork done? Oh, I see. Right. So you're talking about because tattoos are done in phases, right? Right, because you have like, especially for a sleeve or something like that would be a lot for an artist to do all in one go. So usually you kind of like do the base, the line work, maybe in one day or over the course of a couple days, let that kind of set in, and then maybe come back for a color pass or even a double color pass. I think that's how it goes, right? I've never gotten a tattoo, but my friends have gotten a tattoo, and they've explained to me. Like I had a friend who had like a big tiger with a bunch of flowers and stuff on their back, and so they had to go several sessions to get the full, complete work done and everything. Yo, that's awesome. Well, we have like a IRL. I have an IRL art share section, channel in my Discord. So if you want to take a photo, I mean, when you're done working on that, or when you're at like maybe done with a certain phase or something like that, take a picture of your arm and like show it to us if you're willing to, or it'd be cool to see what that is. I only asked that we try to avoid showing like anything that like identifies people, but like if you want to just like show your arm or show even the artwork, if it's mocked up somewhere, something like that, we'd love to see that. So just for safety reasons is why I say like please try not to identify yourself with any too much personal stuff. But yeah, no, I mean I would love to see. Yeah, no, it's not about a shy thing. It's more just like from just to be safe. I prefer that we just don't have like this be a place where there's a lot of like sort of people's personal stuff. So just keep the playing field even, you know. Also, hello, Leon. Welcome back to the stream. No FF art channel. I guess that's a good point. In terms of like if you have like drawings of your character or something you're talking about, right, Yusha? I think that's what you're talking about. Right. Yeah, in my Discord you're talking about. Yeah, because so yeah, I guess there isn't really yeah, maybe I'll have to think about that. Like I mean yeah, if you post the non-14 art, I guess, because you're talking about your tattoo and stuff, right? If you're posting like artwork of like your tattoo and stuff, then like the non-FF art channel would be a great place to put it there. Yeah. And Leon's saying they're from the BBS area myself, and the MUDs originated from the same networking concept. First time experience one was magical. Oh, okay. I will admit, I am not, since I am not in that programming, or I don't know much about that language, that programming networking concept, I don't really know exactly what that is, but it sounds like you two definitely do, so that's awesome. But yeah, welcome back, Leon. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Doing fine, says Leon. I'm doing okay. I'm I don't know. I'm not sure if you're in my Discord. That's right. I didn't actually. Oh, I just realized I didn't finish posting to Twitter either. But so yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather. I know I actually just tested positive for COVID today. So I don't feel super bad. Or else I wouldn't be streaming. I would have just completely canceled. But yeah, I not feeling super 100, and then I just kind of was feeling a little off like yesterday, and then like late last night, kind of woke up with feeling like a little extra warm. So like I just found myself like not feeling in a great spot to really do some of the content or some of the themed streams and stuff that we wanted to do this week. So I just thought, you know what? I think I'd rather push till next week, just push some of the stuff back, to make sure that I can really do some of the concepts justice. So, because yeah, I know we have a few more people who are joining now too. So I'll just re-mention. So, I've planned out kind of some themed builds and stuff for us to do over the next couple weeks. Like with one this week was going to be ikebana, which is Japanese term for flower arrangement, essentially. There's some other ways you can translate it, but effectively flower arrangement. And that's something, being half Japanese myself, actually, I think, and someone who really appreciates the artistry and the deep passion for that craft. I really have a lot of ideas of how I want to do that double stream justice. And I just, I think it'd be better if I just prepared a little extra, got some rest this week, and then we're going to come back at it next week, full force. So, but also, I'm not pushing back the housing tour that is scheduled. So if anyone who was aware of that, housing tour will still be the 25th and the 27th of July this month. So you can look forward to that. And again, if you're in my Discord, yeah, I'm gonna open the tour form soon, and we can look forward to that together. So that'll be coming up. That'll come up before you know it. That'll be the week right before LunarCon happens, in fact. So that'll be so much fun. See a bunch of awesome builds, and then all hang out at LunarCon. It'll be super cool. Let's see, Middle Outs says BBS is bulletin board system. The original forms way back in the late 90s. MUD equals multi-user dungeon. The first MMOs, also late 90s, early. I see. Okay, right. Sorry, I think Juliet did say that earlier. My brain is like not quite clicking, but yeah. Okay, yeah. There. Yeah, she did say that. Multi-user dungeons. For some reason, I read that and it didn't register that was MUD. Sorry, Juliet. I didn't mean to blow off that comment of yours. Also, I saw earlier. I just seeing this here. You're saying, did I hear that HOTS, Heart of the Swarm, I believe is what you meant by that, right? Is officially in maintenance mode now? What does that mean? Like, so Heart of the Swarm, for anyone who doesn't know, StarCraft, StarCraft 2 has three games: Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and I'm blanking on the last one. But the second expansion was Heart of the Swarm. So something about that is in maintenance mode? What does that mean exactly? 2000s. The early 90s to early 200s. That's funny. Yeah. So first multi-user dungeons. Man, that's kind of crazy. Is that like, what is it, OG, like Baldur's Gate, or like first Diablo and stuff? Like, are those considered? Wait, no. Because Juliet was talking about like text-based. And I know like Diablo and like that kind of thing is you're running around as a person, not just like it's probably not so text-based, I think. There's actually voices and stuff. I don't know. Dasapu is saying feel better. Thank you, Dasapu. I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry guys. I know some people are probably looking forward a bit to what we're gonna do this week, but we will. Oh, yeah. Well, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, well, I'm glad you got better, Dasapu. I hope I'm the same way. I mean, have high hopes because I am young and vaccinated and all that, so I don't think I will be hit with it too bad. Again, knock on wood, I think it'll be okay. So hopefully it's just more of like a bad cold kind of thing, you know? Or that's what I've heard a lot of people say. It's like it could be really bad, but a lot of times it might just be somewhere between a bad cold and like maybe a mild flu or something. So we'll see how that goes. Hakarin, hello! Hello, welcome back. Would you prefer to call me to call you Shimesawa? Or Yabai? Well, do you have a preference? Okay. Well, welcome back. I think if you just joined right now, I'm not sure if you heard me say earlier, but I apologize. I'm postponing the Ikebana build till I think next week because I'm not feeling too well this week. I just tested positive for COVID today, so I really want to do the Ikebana thing some justice because yeah, being both someone who very much appreciates the art form. As well as being half Japanese, I feel like I definitely want to do a good job with that. So, and I know I mentioned that though. The reason, especially, I'm saying it too, is because I remember that I mentioned at the end of yesterday's stream that I would be doing Ikebana today, but unfortunately, yeah, just gonna push it out a week. Still do it, but just not yet. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't really like announce it because I don't think it's super relevant to the stream. But yeah, I am half Japanese, so that is one reason for my resonance with a lot of the sort of Japanese architecture and builds and stuff that I've done in the game, and why I think I have like a particular affection or affinity for some of those kinds of things. And oh, so Juliet's clarifying. So she didn't mean Heart of the Swarm for StarCraft. She meant Heroes of the Storm, which is confusing that Blizzard put out 2 games where their abbreviations are HOTS. But whatever. I guess that's neither here nor there. But Heroes of the Storm, so no more new content. Maintenance mode means no more new content. Oh. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, I've like heard nobody talk about Heroes of the Storm. Like, never. I don't know a single... I mean, I'm not saying... Maybe... I'm sure it was a great game for some people or whatever, but like, personally, like, I don't know a single person that's ever mentioned it to me. So, I kind of could understand how maybe it's not really, you know, something they need to keep up. And also middle out saying, so MUDs were way before Baldur's Gate. They were definitely text-based at first, later. Clients added sprites. Different. Okay, right. Wait, so this is like when you watch the, like, okay, I'm not trying to make this seem like it's super old necessarily, but I mean, it's, you know, it's from quite a ways ago. But like when they have retro shows and stuff, like, or they show like some of these things about they're doing. Has anyone watched the show Halt and Catch Fire? Halt and Catch Fire is about them programming some of the first computers, and like them kind of trying to just get like networking and stuff under their belt, right? So we're talking like Pong, days, right? I mean, like very early Pong, just like basic asteroids, you know, like those kinds of days of computing and gaming and these kinds of things, I think, at first. But then they progress a little bit farther forward. And I remember in *Halt and Catch Fire*, there's a part where they are talking about how some of the guys who are programming on the team started coming up with like an RPG game. And it was like one of those, like text input games where it's like, you know, you find a hallway, you know, you choose left or right? What do you do, right? Oh, you are faced with something in front of you. It's almost like Dungeons and Dragons or something kind of style, right? But then it's just like, but printing out a series of text scenario lines that kind of builds a story out in front of you. Is that correct? Oh, I think Leon maybe just answered her here. So the first games way back were only text like green text on black background. Yeah. Green text on black background. That classic computing look. You had to navigate and interact with the world commands like north or examine. Same world. MUDs allowed several users to interact in the same world though. So if someone happens to navigate to the same corridor you were, then you see some text like you see so-and-so. Oh, okay. Right, so you wouldn't see them, but just the sheer fact that it would like how that the computer was at that point getting sophisticated enough to understand spatially within, like, for example, a dungeon where everybody was. So if you bumped into someone else, it would be able to tell you. That's really cool, though. I mean, that sounds like a huge, like, I mean, nowadays that sounds trivial, but I think back in the day that would be, yeah, I mean, revolutionary to see that happening, right? Like, I think my best way to associate with that is through watching that show *Halt and Catch Fire*, because I remembered that how something relatively mundane in some of those, like by today's standards, they were getting really, really excited about in the show and stuff. So the green text and black background. Ah, okay, so that like led to Oregon Trail. Dysentery, man. You just don't want to ford that river. Also, Yusha, I'm glad you really like the yard. Yeah. I don't know if you... I think... Yusha, did you just recently find me through, I think, one of the DJ streams, maybe? Is that right? I think I kind of recognize you maybe from like, what was it, last night? Pool party, even? But, yeah, if I think then you may have not been around when we first did like the streams, but yeah, let me link. So this is my YouTube channel. If you're at all curious, since I know you're getting into housing stuff too, I built this whole yard on stream, as well as FC room number 3 was actually the very first thing that I did on stream. Over the course of like 7 or something episodes of the stream, we were just like building that out. So if you're curious at all, if you want to put something on in the background, yes, I do remember. I think you were there last night. Okay. I think I remember that combo of letters, the Yols like appearing, and I remember thinking like, oh, that's a really interesting looking name. Yes, no, so I mean, I remember. Sometimes I'm like forgetting exactly when I started seeing people's names pop up, but yeah. But yeah, anyway, they're my YouTube channel. There's like the Ghibli yard, which is kind of what I was calling this yard. But yeah, there's you can see like us kind of putting it together. I got a bunch of input too from a bunch of the lovely people on this stream as we were doing it. So it's good. And again, for anybody who is just joining, today's stream is just more of like a just hanging out, just chatting stream. I might do potentially a tiny bit of building or something, or even just documenting some stuff in my apartment later on. But for right now, we're kind of just hanging out. I'm just kind of keep it kind of chill this week, and then I'm gonna work on just doubling down to make the upcoming streams even more awesome. Paramore is saying, I'm old enough to remember green on black screen Oregon Trail. Yeah, right? I do think that I had a little bit of experience with some of those things. Part of the thing though was I got into gaming a little bit later than a lot of people, I think. Like, even though I was around, I think, when some of these things popped up, I think I was kind of, I didn't really like get into gaming till a bit later. So it was, but I did play Oregon Trail. I did experience both, Oregon Trail, although I don't know if I did. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I played green on black screen Oregon Trail. I'm pretty sure the one I had was more like black and white or something. Like, it was a little bit more built out. Like, it actually had a bit of UI and stuff going on at that point. Seisha's, let's see, you really want to... Yeah, you hype around. So, okay, so yeah, so you're like all over the nightlife scene, I'm guessing? Like, going all over to just like different clubs and stuff? And I'm glad you like the atmosphere, Akarin. Yeah, this is kind of, this is it's a nice like, duality, right? Like, I think where the DJ streams have more energy and it's about, you know, partying and hanging out and that kind of thing. Then the housing streams is a really nice chance for just hanging out and just chilling. Oh, I don't know if you joined, actually, Akarin, I don't know if you joined after I mentioned this, but on July 25th and 27th, I'm going to be doing a housing tour. So, I'm going to be opening that up. If you would like to, I know you build, so if you would like to submit a build too, you'd be welcome to one. I don't know if you join Discord, but you can join my Discord, and that's where I'm going to have the form for submitting builds. Because I like to open the builds up to people from the community first, my community here first. And then I'm going to gather a bunch of builds, and then on July 25th and 27th, we're going to go in-game, and anybody can come join in and come along with me, and we're going to go look at a bunch of builds and talk about it on stream. And for anybody, too, who wants to know what that is like, all of the previous housing tours I've done are on my YouTube channel, so you're welcome to go take a look at those and look at some of the past builds that we've seen and past tours that we've done. There's a whole playlist about it in my YouTube. So if you've never, like, I guess, watched any of my other housing stuff, then you're more than welcome to come check it out and see what it's like. It's a lot of fun. I think it's probably a lot of people's favorite housing stream, understandably, because it's just so much variety going on and everything. Lock and Key! Oh, wow, hey! Welcome in, Raiders! Parata Valum, first time. Hey, what's up? Hi! Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello. Oh man, let me give you a shout out. Lock and Key. Hey, Lock and Key, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that raid. It's going well. So yeah, this is my hello everybody who's just raided us in. So I'm Noah Saitoshii, and this is my housing stream. So I do two different types of streams, generally speaking. I do housing and I do DJ sets. So Mondays and Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. I usually do a housing stream where we do building and we talk about design and art, and it's much more chilled and laid back, you know, lo-fi beats and chill kind of thing, like what we're doing right now. And then I also own a nightclub, Prominence Nightclub, and I DJ there Wednesday and Sunday every other week. I actually just had a DJ set there last night, and I also DJ'd at DJ at other events and stuff. Like I just did the Float and Chill pool party last night, which I think has day 2 going on today, if anybody is into the nightlife scene. But yeah, and then today actually, I had, often on my housing streams, I do sort of themed builds, themed things going on. But today I'm actually been feeling a little under the weather. So I decided that I was just going to take it easy and we were just going to hang out and just chill. So I'm hanging out here with Yols in my yard. If any of you are on Crystal or have an alt or whatever and want to come over, you're more than welcome to come chill with us. This is my FC yard, which I also built on stream. There we go. Yols is saying hello to you all. So this is my FC yard. And yeah, I built it on stream, and it's a place to just come hang out and chill. So anybody's welcome to come join. And thank you, Prada Bellum. And also thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Where are you guys coming from? What were you guys doing? Lock and Key and Prada Bellum? What were you all up to before this? Playing Guild Wars 2, but normally playing 14. Oh, cool! Guild Wars 2. Oh man, I played Guild Wars 1 back in the day. We actually, since we're all just chatting here too, we were actually just been chatting about like retro games, and we talked about Yushikuma Yols in game here was talking about how we were talking about like building games and stuff. So we were talking about Halo Forge mode and that kind of thing. And then we were talking about original like what was it? Mud games, multi-user dungeons, and like OG gaming, like the original like text-based dungeon games, text-based adventure games, and even like an Oregon Trail and stuff. You know, green text on black screen kind of times. But we're like just like so perfect. I mean, we're just like talking about games and gaming and stuff. I imagine some of you guys can relate. And you saw we were live with the chill stream and figured you'd send us over. Hey, perfect. No, I mean, love it. Thank you so much for coming by, everybody. Like I said, if you are in Final Fantasy, come chill and come hang out. I guess here I'll also I'll link in case any of you guys are also wondering. So I mentioned I own a nightclub. So there is a link to the card website for my nightclub, and it shows all the upcoming show dates. I think there actually might even be a few that I'm currently planning that might not even be up there, but there's some of them. But if any of you guys want to take a look at that and come out to any of the nights, the next opening will be on July 20th. This week we have off, and then next week we'll be back. So we'd love to have some of you come out and party with us then. And I also, yeah, like I said, I stream housing as well as the DJ sets. So if any of you are interested, you can take a look at any of my socials. My Twitter has like posts of housing builds that I've done, and YouTube has the stream VODs, the recordings of a bunch, or pretty much all the past housing streams that I've done. So if you're curious to see some past housing tours and some other kinds of things, then yeah, take a look at those. And Akane, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, ohayo gozaimasu to you. And you said you're going off to breakfast now. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you soon, I'm sure. But yeah, Guild Wars. So Teague, you played Guild Wars back in the day. And enjoy your food, Lock and Key. Thank you again very much for the raid. Also, Teague, I see you here in the yard. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Yusha says, by the way, club is 99% finished. Don't have a hard date in opening it down whenever to show it off. Cool. Oh, so super close to being done. Yusha, what's the theme? Do you have a theme for the club or like a thing you were going for? Teague says, yeah, Guild Wars 2 as well. My Guild Wars 2 friends got me into 14. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I do feel like quite a lot of people, right? I mean, I think for most people that I know, 14 is not their first MMO. I would say, right? It's usually, who do we have here? Oh, Juliet. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's like, I think, yeah, a lot of people I know played things like Guild Wars. Like I played Vanilla WoW, which I know we've talked about a couple, once or twice on stream before too. And I know several of you are also Vanilla WoW, or just like WoW, some expansion or another players. So WoW for me was my first real MMO, I want to say. But before that, of course, I played like a lot of Warcraft 3 and StarCraft and that kind of stuff. But yeah, like in terms of MMOs, Vanilla WoW, and then I played a bit of original Guild Wars. But like, I don't know why actually. I think I never really got, like I did like original Guild Wars quite a lot, but I never, well actually, okay. I was gonna say I never could get quite into it in terms of like getting really far to the end game. But then again, that is actually the case with World of Warcraft as well. I think for both of them, I was just so excited by trying all of the different classes and all the build, like just like different builds and stuff, that I got so rabbit holed in doing that. Or in WoW's case, it was both that and the PvP. Warsong Gulch, woo woo. But I think between all of that, I just never got around to going farther in the actual story. I just was having so much fun just making characters and just trying different stuff. And I never got past like I think I got to at least level 20 though in Guild Wars, which was the max, I believe, at the time of Guild Wars 1 launch, right? Wasn't 20 top level for Guild Wars 1 when it first launched? And then I never got to 60 though in World of Warcraft. I think the farthest I ever got was like 35. That's how many times I restarted, and I played for like 2 years. Mozart D. Minor saying Guild Wars 1 was my first MMO. It was hard to argue with the buy at once, no sub business model. Yeah, that is true. I remember that when Guild Wars first was getting advertised and stuff, they were all saying like, hey, you just have to pay once and then you're done, and like, and everyone was like, oh, whoa, and it looks really good. Like the graphics look really good. So, yeah, I remember going through Guild Wars and having a lot of fun with that. But I never quite, I guess for some reason, I never quite got super into it. 14 is the first time in an MMO that I've really gotten this deep, like in all the past MMOs, I kind of never really got super duper far, but 14, I think the thing about 14 is that it wasn't just the combat, I think. Because admittedly, if 14 was just the story and just the combat, I probably would not be around here right now. But finding the housing scene and the nightlife scene, both of those things, I think really are what are keeping me really hooked in. I mean, which is telling that I could say like, so I mean, I log into the game almost every single day, and yet I finished Endwalker, a couple weeks after launch, but I have done none, or I think I've done the first half an hour of 6.1. And that's like a very slow half hour. But I've done basically nothing since 6.1 happened all the way till now. I just completed the very first Emelian's custom delivery, like the very first set last week. So I'm like very behind on like everything. But it's because I'm just like, I'm really like invested in the housing creative side of it, and then the nightlife side. So how did you find your way from Guild Wars 2 to here? Actually, so Teague says like their friend got them into it. But what was the pitch out of curiosity? Like, did they just say like, oh, there's the award-winning MMORPG with free trial up to Heaven's Ward? Or how did they? I'm actually curious, like in a general sense, like what was for everybody who like got into 14, or even, I mean, actually, honestly, I'm curious for Guild Wars 2 or whatever MMO is, but like, how did you find that MMO or find that whatever thing, you know? Like, was there something that really clued you in? Like, whoa, wait, this MMO has blah, blah, blah. That's so sick. I gotta try it out. Or was it like a friend, you know, just being like, hey, you know, you gotta give this a go. Like, we'll all play it or something. And, oh, and Teague was saying, yeah, so level 20 in Guild Wars 1, 80 in Guild Wars 2. Whoa, it jumped up quite a bit. Or, so was it Guild Wars 1 had like starts at level 20, but you know, just like all MMOs, it's like first expansion goes to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then Guild Wars 2 comes out and then that's 80? Is that how that went? Or was Guild Wars 1 always 20 and then Guild Wars 2 they're like, yeah, we want to like have a bigger spread than that, so we're going to go all the way to 80. Lock and Key says they've tried almost all of the MMOs. So took me 3 times to actually enjoy 14. But I fell in love. Yeah, no, I could see that. I have a friend who is the same way, where we like initially they played and like several times they kind of had to like re-jump start themselves back into trying 14. And I do think, okay, A Realm Reborn is not necessarily bad. I think there's a lot of people who very much enjoy it, but I do know a lot of people, their hurdle is something like getting past A Realm Reborn / Heaven's Ward area to, oh, what is this? Food? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Juliet. Oh, I do not have sufficient inventory space. I apologize. You want to just give me one of those things? Or is my inventory completely full? I have space for one thing. If you'd like. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, though. I appreciate the offer. No worries. But, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh, what was I saying? My brain today is not working too well. Yeah, no. I mean, like, I remember A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, but like, yeah, that some people get really kind of stopped up a little bit, like at the very beginning, because it's a little bit slow. Because admittedly, like, something that's kind of cool about 14, but that also makes it a little bit tricky at the beginning, is that the earlier content was developed 10 years ago. So it feels a little dated now, like especially if you're used to a bit more fast-paced games of today. Then when you go to something like A Realm Reborn and like for a good 30 levels, you have like 6 skills or something. You know, like realistically your rotation's like 6 buttons or something. Feels a little, you know, like a little slow for some people. Like I didn't mind, I haven't played MMOs for a long time, but like the friend that I'm talking about, like they came from like raiding and WoW and stuff too. So I think they were like used to having like a whole bunch of buttons and like lots to do, and so it's like a little bit slow for them to start. But like they pushed and pushed several times through, and then once they got into like mid Heavensward, they like were in, and they're like, I like this. I'm in. I'm on board. Yeah. Let's see. Yusha's saying finally had some buddies want to try this game. Also the Regalia was coming back last year. Ooh, that is a good reason to join. Yeah, to get the Regalia. The Regalia, for anybody who doesn't know, is from 15, right? Final Fantasy 15, which is the Noctis. The 4 bros on a road trip one. And they like ride around in their fancy convertible car. And you can get that car in 14 via the collaboration event that happens. Or that happened. I don't know if or when it will be coming back, but I'm sure it will eventually. But it's let's show we can show this off. Let's flex for a second. Let me not put a car in the middle of here though. Let's go to the road like a proper civilian. But like the Regalia. So like, yeah, this car, which got hops and can fly, which actually the converting animation is so cool that they actually ported that over, where like when you fly up in the air, you're not just in a flying car, the whole car like transforms with wings and stuff. Super cool. But yeah, like, it's actually coming back soon. Oh, really? Did they announce that it's coming back already? That's awesome. Well, for any of you who may be new to 14 or did not get a chance to get the Noctis outfit, Kingsglaive title, or the Regalia mount, then there you go. You'll have your chance. Nomi! Octane! Hello! Wait, I recognize this character. Is that you, Leon? I feel like you took... Leon, if you're still in chat, I feel like you took photos of a character, a dark-skinned bun. Yes! Okay. I'm not crazy. That is you, Leon. Okay, yeah, because I was like, your recent tutorials featured a dark-skinned bun with, I remember, black and gold outfit, and it was like very prominently featured. It's like, this can't be a coincidence, right? Hello, hey, welcome. Welcome to the yard, welcome to the stream. Feel free to look around, Leon, by the way. I think every room in the house should be open. If not, let me know. Actually, is the house open? Let me make sure. Okay, it should be open. There you go. But yeah, welcome to the yard. Please have a seat if you'd like, anywhere you like, or take a look around, or yeah, chat, meet people. Everybody, that's Leon, who's something of a G-pose whiz. Which again, yeah, I'll shout this out because Leon, your tutorials are freaking incredible. If anybody is trying to learn more about G-pose and wants to know more about G-pose lighting and like best practices and these kinds of things, look up Leon here. You can see his name, Leon Aquitaine. Look Leon up on Twitter, and he's got a whole feed recently of a bunch of amazingly high quality tutorials and tips for G-pose. And I think, like, I'll let it speak for itself. Go take a look at that if you're interested in learning more about G-pose. Because Leon, just for the last 2 weeks, basically has just been cranking out a whole bunch of amazing content around that. So it'll be worth your time. Definitely check his work out. And give it a like, give it a follow, give it a retweet. Show your friends. So Teague is saying, so my friend said you can make a bunny boy at Endwalker. So we all started and planned to swap once Endwalker came out. Plans changed after we all got super attached to our cats and dragons. I love it. Wait, so Teague, did you start... You just started playing like right before Endwalker came out, is that right? So you were in Guild Wars 2, and then your friends were like, yo, bunny boys are coming, we should go check out 14 and kind of get a little bit of a head start on it. And then you guys like jumped in and then got like really attached to your characters though. Is that, am I understanding that correctly? And Mozart was saying Guild Wars 1 was capped at 28 through all the expansions. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. That's 100% what happened. Yeah, and look, and still you still are not a bunny boy. So have you considered switching, or are you like hard like locked in on Aura now? Is it Aura or is it Ora? Like with the really hard, like the Ra kind of thing going, like Graha, you know? Is it Aura or Ora? Does anyone know? Or is that like, you know, just such a subtle difference that nobody cares or knows? Aura. So it's or, right? Oh, ow? Are you saying that OW is ow? Aura? Like ow, ow. Like when you get poked? Ow. Aura? Oh, it's aura. Is that right? I've been saying it wrong. I mean, I guess that's why I'm asking, right? But yeah. Because I always thought it was like aura, right? Like, but like Ora? I don't know. Oh. Ra. Oh. I don't know. We need some 14 lore experts. I'm sure I butchered so many of the names. In like in all this stuff, but that's Final Fantasy stuff for you. You know, there's all kinds of crazy ass names. Yeah, you know, like something else that struck me too the other day was I was watching Rothcast play through. He was doing some New Game Plus, and like I haven't played the new game for a long time. I haven't played through the new game for a long time, so I forgot like what it was quite like. But I saw him playing through some like the very opening cutscenes where like you first meet Alphino and Alize, and like I forgot how different their voices were and how like kind of like cartoonishly bratty their dialogue is. Like the delivery of it. Like I'm sure that was the direction at the time, but I'm so glad that they, for a lot of the characters, except for maybe the Y'shtola. I feel like Y'shtola's like not changed at all. I think she's just been like really awesome and cool from the beginning. Because I remember liking her really early on. But like, I think it's really nice that like, especially like the twins and stuff. I don't know if anyone else thought this, but like I was just rewatching the opening, some of the very first cutscenes that you play in the game, and like I was just really struck. Spoilers. This may get into slight spoiler territory. Just I'll try to avoid anything too major or anything, but like just yeah, like the way that like Alphino and Alize talk, they're like, well, our father will have a word with you. It's just it's like so extra bratty or something. Like they're like, yeah, like, you know, really go all in on the like you're like stuck up, or I don't know. It feels like they're overacting a little bit in the voice acting, which again, I'm sure that was maybe the direction they were given, but it makes it a little bit like it's a little hard to watch some of the bits of opening dialogue and stuff. And I know, like, for a lot of reasons, it's a miracle that A Realm Reborn is even as good as it is, given its history. Which, if you've never heard of The Realm Reborn, like, how 14, like, almost completely failed, and then they had to reboot it, and they made A Realm Reborn, and it was actually, like, at least playable. Not perfect, but, like, it was, like, way, 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 way better. It's kind of an amazing story, so I recommend checking that out. But then, like, yeah, it was kind of... Still, though, when you watch it, some of the stuff feels a little dated. And I do feel like... it was... Yeah, I don't know, it just struck me to hear those voices again and be like, wow, I'm really glad that... I think they changed voice actors. Or certainly, if they didn't change voice actors, they at least gave them much more, like... Speak like a normal person directive. In terms of the delivery of the lines, you know, like, you don't need to be so bratty. Like, you can be like a kid, but like, just talk like a normal person. You don't have to have this overly cartoonishly, cartoonishly evil or cartoonishly bratty or whatever it is kind of vibe to you. I think the same thing for like even the Asians and stuff too, right? They like. I think a lot of them, they do a good job of... Sometimes initially they seem a little bit ridiculous or over the top, but I think they give a lot of the characters, both good and bad, a lot of great dialogue that gives you a sense of like that they're people. Something I think 14 does a very good job of doing. I don't know. What was your guys' experience like with 14 and Realm Reborn and all that stuff? Do you guys remember that time? Do you guys remember early, like, Alphino, Alize, and everything? And Yusha says, did I see the long message? Oh, yeah, I think here, you're describing your bar's theme. So, bar up top. So you're describing the club that you're making, right? So you have a bar up top, nightclub underneath, small, classic, gold, soft theme for the bar lounge, slightly cyberpunk down below, called Under the Moon. You can make a steady schedule, would like it to be open on or around new moons and full moons. Got it. Okay, cool. Sounds like a cool theme. Dude, that's awesome. Let's see. And you loved all of 14. Well, that's great. I'm glad. Juliet's saying that they liked liked Realm Reborn. I think in the moment when you're playing, it's a bit teenagers, but in hindsight, it's all great to see how the characters, how characters progress all around. I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I think like, I definitely agree with that sentiment. Where like, in some sense, if you were to stop in A Realm Reborn, I think I would like if I stopped at A Realm Reborn and didn't play past that. I definitely would have like a much different opinion about a lot of the characters, but I think for me personally, every single expansion got better and better and better. Which I know like is controversial a little bit because I know a lot of people like, for example, really like Heaven's Ward and they were sort of so-so maybe on Stormblood. But personally, I actually really thought that like every single expansion, I liked people more and more and more. And I liked the story and everything more and more and more. Arguably, Shadowbringers and Endwalker are both fantastic, like toe-to-toe. But I think like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with what you're saying, Juliet, of like that A Realm Reborn is not like, is definitely not, yeah, I should clarify, right? Like, I'm saying some of that stuff about like Alpha and Ozzy being a little overacted or something. And that's like nitpicking though. Like, to be fair, I mean, I went through A Realm Reborn fairly quickly and was just like all in on like a lot of the game stuff. So like I didn't really, you know, like I didn't have that much trouble keeping going in 14. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought there was a couple eye-rolling moments or a couple things like, oh man, that feels a little dated, but like I kept going and I enjoyed it. And I was pleasantly surprised then too when a lot of those things paid off down the road in Heaven's Ward and beyond and everything like that. So like, yeah, I think they did a really good job of their story and stuff, just kind of keep going more and more and more. Leon says, just checked out the place in FC rooms. Oh, thank you, Leon. I'm glad that you liked it. Yeah, everything in there was built by, well, even though there's different names, it's my alts and stuff, but yeah, so we got sort of the main bar, izakaya in the main room, and then 3 different FC rooms, a outdoor backyard stage, which is actually meant to mirror the outside of this house. So like the outdoor performance stage is meant to have a false exterior right there when you enter the door, and it's supposed to look like you walked outside in the backyard of this house under the stars. And the exterior in there is built to look as if it mimics this actual exterior that we are sitting outside right now. So it's supposed to kind of keep a continuous looking feel. And then the theater room is a movie theater, which actually is where a number of friends and I built it I had the idea and built the first version of that room 2 days before the Digital Fan Fest, where they debuted the Endwalker trailer. So like I think like 10 of us or something like that like sat in the theater and we all watched the Endwalker trailer debut in that theater. It was fun. It was a great time. It was like a chance to like quote unquote watch it together. So that was a fun time. And then the third room in there is, I call it like a cafe and bar, I guess. And it was entirely built on Stream. So if you look on my YouTube at there's like the Yumetera stream build things. It's like 10 episodes worth of building. It shows like also, if you want to see like how scuffed and stuff some of my early streams were, you can take a look at that. But the whole build process is all on there. In terms of like, it was originally going to be an artist loft, and then it kind of went away from that and became that build. So yeah, the whole point of the FC house here is I'm trying to build it out into like a hangout spot basically. I really want like I don't know, like we're doing right now, like hanging out and stuff here. So I've said that a couple times, I know now. I haven't had a chance to do as much with this place as I'd like to yet, because I've been sort of working on other aspects of the stream and everything. But the idea is that more and more we'd come hang out and have events and just like chill in the yard, chill in, the bars, maybe have some bard performances in the at the stage and stuff. So we actually already did one of those a while ago on stream. Would love to do it again. And Sophie Aquitaine, hey, Leon's wife, hello, welcome. I don't know if you're in the stream as well, but Leon, if you're in case she can't hear me, tell her I say hello. Sophie imagines, hey, welcome to the stream, Sophie. Glad to have you. Sophie Aquitaine, there she is. Hello. Welcome to the stream and welcome to my FC yard. Glad to have both of you here. We are just hanging out. chilling, catching up, talking 14, talking gaming, talking about all kinds of stuff. And feel free, Sophie, too, if you want to take a look at any of the rooms or any of the stuff inside. You're more than welcome to do so. I think, yeah, everything was... Well, it wasn't all built on stream, but the third room was built on stream. The garden here was built on stream. Both the VODs for those are on my YouTube, and then the main interior and rooms 1 and 2 were built off stream, but they're all different themes and stuff. So yeah, you're more than welcome to go take a look if you'd like, and feel free to lob any questions my way if you have any. Oh, and thanks, Yusha. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of how a lot of that turned out. Although I have ideas already. I definitely have already some ideas of how some other stuff that I would like to try out. Because I think I can do an even better job of making this a cooler spot to hang out. And I got some other ideas about stuff to do. Also, I hope we get a nice nighttime here soon, because I really think that outdoors, the lighting really shines at night. I don't know if you guys have found that too, but like, well, I know Leon, like Leon and Sophie, as people who do like a lot of GPOs and stuff, I feel like lighting... Yeah, there's some weirdness with lighting in this game. I'm really curious, like they mentioned, right? Didn't they mentioned recently about the graphics update that they're working on, as well as a lighting update, and I'm very curious how that will unfold, because that changes like everything. Or it could, right? Like so much of like what I do in housing, especially interior, because it's kind of limited what you can do outside, but especially like on the interior, so much of what I work on is trying to get very precise types of lighting in place and everything. Which I'm just realizing now, I think I rearranged something in the room number 1, the backyard stage. I think there's lights. There's some things that are rearranged in there that are not quite how they normally are. But yeah, I mean, lighting is such a specific thing. And so when if they change the character of a lot of the lights, like light temperature, the way it's emitted, the way it's calculated, it could like change the look and feel of so many builds in so many areas. Hopefully for the better, like more soft lighting and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh yeah, you're in lavender beds too, right, Yusha? Yeah. Yeah, I think like when I mean, I think like a lot of designers often end up in the spot where it's like you usually build on light 1 or 0, just because if you put like lights up higher than that, a lot of times it really blows a lot of the colors and things. Like it kind of flattens everything out because it floods the room with light. Oh, excuse me. Oh, thank you. A pillow. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Juliet. Do I have this? Wait, hold on. Do I have this minion? I might have this. Oh, I don't. Beautiful. Hey, thank you. Do you just summon a pillow on the ground? Is that exactly what that does? I would assume. Minion. Let's try it out. Come to me, pillow. There it is. Cute. Oh, okay. Or I'll sit over there. No, I want to sit here. Oh, wait, no. I can just do ground sit, right? There we go. There it is. Oh, I'm sitting on the edge. Gotta sit on the top of the pillow. Ground, sit. There we go. Picnic time. So there's a picnic basket minion there, I think. Is that what I'm seeing? Or is that right? Is that a picnic basket minion? We need like a picnic blanket. I guess there is a housing item for that. You could put it out, but yeah. No, thank you, Juliet, very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. This is awesome. I was just more thinking like, oh man, with the picnic little basket there, it'd be cool to have a blanket. But I think that's more of the in a housing item, actually, if anything. So it's actually on my end, right? There's got to be like isn't there a picnic basket? There it is, picnic set. It would look like that, except I don't have one. And we need to pull out an item. It's okay. We can just hang out here. This is plenty. This is wonderful. So. Gotta head off for map FC runs. Okay, Liara. Good luck on those map runs. May the dice rolls be in your favor. Or the, what is it? Left door, right door? I wish you the best of luck. And thank you very much for sending the good vibes. I appreciate that. Have fun. Do you guys have superstitions about the doors? Like when you do map runs, do you do like okay, I'm just gonna go like left, 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 left the whole way? Or like alternating or anything? Do you guys have your like, you know, your strategies? And Sophie, I'm glad you like it. Which room are you in right now? Yusha says never 3 in a row. Fair enough. Right, statistically speaking, the odds of like heads is like really low, right? Is that why you think? Is there... Oh, it's like that. I was thinking, is there any sense? No, it's a coin. It's literally just a coin toss every single time, right? But then, no, it compounds though, right? It's multiplied, right? Like, because it's like 50-50, but then like the odds of it being the same thing again would be it's multiplied, so it's like 1/4, right? And then, is that correct? 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. Am I doing that correctly math-wise? Probability. Then there's like that, but no, this doesn't apply. But this just makes me think of probability. Makes me always think about the goat problem, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, if you guys watch the movie 21, which is about like counting cards and blackjack. Which is, I think, it's a great movie. I have a great time with that movie. And it's not a problem that originated from that movie, I don't think. I think it's a general math brain stumper. But it's the one where it's like there's 3 doors and you say that there's a prize behind one of them and then there's 2 goats, right? 2 goats behind the other 2 doors. And then you get to pick a door. Right, you don't know where the prize is, right? So you could say it's a new car, and then 2 of them have goats, and then you get to pick a door, and then the game host shows you one of the doors as being a goat, right? I think that's what it is. And he says, "Okay, do you want to change your answer?" Right? And then there is this mental math thing where the answer is yes, you do want to change your answer, but why? Right? I apologize, I'm not saying that in the most eloquent way, but look up the problem. It's very interesting because it seems like there's just okay, you show that there's a goat behind one door and then there's just merely 2 doors left. So it's a 50-50 shot, right? It's like you 50-50 chance that you're right or wrong. It doesn't really matter, right? But yes, I think that's what it's called, the Monty Hall problem. But then variable change actually dictates that it's actually in your best interest to change your answer. So you actually get, what is it, an extra 33% or something? You actually gain a percent based off of variable change based off what just happened. But I know for a lot of people, myself included, it took a little while to like really think through why that problem statistically, probability-wise, lands the way it does. Yes, the odds become 66 and 33 if you swap, right? So you actually, it is who of you to swap the door after the initial goat is revealed, even though it seems like it would still just be a 50-50 shot that you got it right? It's like, well, if you don't change your answer, it's 50-50 shot that you got it right, but if you swap, then it actually, yeah, it's in your best interest to swap. But a lot of people would get all tied up about that and like hold. But like the guy in the movie is just like, no, I will swap because of blah, 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 variable change. And that's how they recruit him for the team. Spoilers, but like that's how they're like, ooh, this guy knows his statistics, which is like mental math and statistics is what you need for counting cards and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I thought that was fascinating. I've always thought that was a very striking part of that movie. Oh, you have to jump over the treasure chest and skip the cutscene to open the door. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's got their superstitions about how to do treasure chests, I think. So. And Sophie's saying, love what they did with the kitchen. Oh yeah, like you're talking about the kitchen out in the izakaya room, right? Like where it's the little cutout on the side, I think. So like fun anecdote about the izakaya is that like originally it was going to be a guild tavern, like a much more like Western or like European fantasy kind of tavern. Watching a lot of like Konosuba and like other kinds of like, I don't know, like playing a lot of Final Fantasy, like just the general game of Final Fantasy, but then also like Konosuba and some other game animes and other things. And I was just like, oh man, it would be really cool to make like an adventure tavern. And I was like building it out, and then I went really crazy on the part that overhangs up on the top of the bar, and just the way that experimenting around with that happened, it ended up becoming very Asian looking, and so I just kind of ran with it and just kept going in on the Asian thing. And originally it was supposed to have more like seating and stuff everywhere. But then I just went so crazy on that bar center area that I ran out of slots basically. So I ended up just putting a pond on the side, on the right hand side, just because like that's the amount of slots that I had left to work with. But the original idea there was like it was gonna be like a whole like almost like a not a shopping center, kind of like a mall food court almost or something like that, like a night market kind of thing. There's like a bar in the center. And then there's like kind of like a ramen shop on the side there with it was supposed to have more seating around the ramen shop on the side there. And then there was gonna be more seating where the pond is and everything and all built out. But yeah, it didn't really work out like that. So I have other ideas of how I want to redo the inside there. Cause I think again, I can make it into something that's a little bit more interesting to hang out at. But for what it is, I think it's pretty cool. There's definitely some aspects of it that I really enjoy, that I think are pretty fun and pretty interesting. So I'm glad that you like it. And of course, if you and Leon or anyone really wants to take any photos or anything, do a photo shoot or something in them, you are more than welcome to do that and have some fun with that. So let's see. And yes, I'd love to get What am I doing? What is this? What am I getting purple for? Hold on, am I missing something in game? Hold on, I wonder if I can consider it too. What is this? Oh, I see. You guys are all wearing some kind of purple. Okay. I gotcha. I got it. Okay. Let's not be naked. What did you get me? Grape purple? There we go. Oh, I cannot. Hold on. I gotta stand up. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me also move a little closer. Minion, come hither. Oh, I did not spell that right. There we go. Boom. Ta-da! Oh, cute. Someone snapped some... Oh my gosh. Ah, no, that's not what I meant to do. Someone snapped some cute photos of us. Oh, look at that. Look at that headpiece too. Let me clean up my UI here. There we go. Oh, okay. Leon on the way. Let's see, actually, Discord stickers. I'm trying to find someone if they can make an awesome make. Are you checking out my Discord? Discord stickers, Yusha? It's something I've been looking into. Yeah, I know there's more we could do with the Discord. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. You've been... Well, something I also need to look into as well. But yeah, that's a good time, I guess, to ask, since we're doing just chatting kind of thing. So like, Discord stickers wise, right? It's a little different than like Twitch emotes, I guess. But like, I've noticed that like for Discord, you get like a ridiculous amount of slots for stickers, I think, right? It's like 64 or something, or like 65. It's like if I remember correctly, it's a ridiculously huge amount. Hold on. Oh yeah, you get like level 1 is like 50 plus server emojis. Which is for a total of 100. Geez, yeah. 10 custom stickers? So 10 custom stickers, and then you have 100 emoji slots? That's a lot of slots. Man, I wish housing was that liberal with the slots. Also, Sophie, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, and yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the follow. So like, how do people fill those out? That's a lot of slots to fill out, right? Like 100 emoji slots, like that's a lot. Is this kind of where people start to fill some of those out with like some staples things? So for example, like I was thinking about potentially like, okay, I can't commission like 100 custom emojis, at least not at the moment. And I know like I personally like to build most things for my channel for myself. So like I've built all of my current Twitch emotes myself. Like I designed them in Illustrator, and I was planning on doing most of those the rest of those myself. But I acknowledge that like if we're trying to fill, if we have that many slots in like, for example, the Discord or something like that, is that something where you guys would maybe want to see like, I found, for example, some really nice like Moogle emojis, or I think I'm not sure if they're stickers or emojis or where exactly the line gets drawn between the two, but I actually do know, now I think about it. So emojis is reacting to stuff, right? You can put the little reactions and stuff, and it's a lot smaller. Where stickers is like those ones where you auto reply to people arriving to the server. It's like much, much bigger, right? I think it's like 2 or 3 times maybe as big in size. But like, from your experience with servers and stuff, how do you usually see people filling out their roster of emojis and stickers? For example, will they just go and get like a set of Moogle stickers and a set of like Ashen stickers, Scion stickers, you know, some general 14 related stickers, and then just like pull in like a bunch of stuff they found on the internet and things? Or I don't know. Does that make sense, like what I'm asking? Just because I cannot imagine, I cannot feasibly imagine people commissioning 100 emojis or like multiple stickers and stuff for all their Discords and everything. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, so I'm working on creating a set for myself that is like of me. But I wasn't sure about filling out the rest of it because again, I'm not sure, especially for the emoji one. 100 emoji slots, that's a lot. So I have to figure that out a little bit more. But it's okay. It's a work in progress. I do realize, I want to... Maybe since this week is going to be a little bit very chilled out for the housing thing, it'll be a good chance to be able to work a little bit more on some of things like Discord stuff. I already had some other initiative things planned that I'm working on as well, so exciting stuff coming down the line. Hopefully I don't feel too bad from COVID. Assuming that I'm pretty positive it's positive. I did 2 tests. One of them told me I'm positive, one of them told me I'm not. But like, I feel like it's more likely that the one of them is a false negative than that one is a false positive. Especially given the fact that I did feel a little funky. Oh! We must... there he is. Ooh, there we go. Welcome, Leon! Oh, Yusha, you ran off right as our photographer came. That's okay. Thanks for coming by. If you're still in the stream, Question mark. Oh wait, no, you're still here. I'm so sorry. I mixed up my brain. You're still here. That's right. Teague, you ran off right as Leon came back. I think he was gonna take a photo of us. But right. I read Yusha, I read your thing that says like "Aight bud, have fun," and then I just like registered like somebody running off as you said that, and I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, "Oh, you're leaving." Ugh. Yeah. One of those things. Oh no, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. Have fun at the raid. Good luck. Which raid are you doing? I'm guessing the Alliance raid? You're heading out here shortly though. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I think I'll be wrapping up shortly-ish here too, so. And yeah, I guess just before, so I don't just like, while I'm thinking about it, I think I will still try to do a stream on Wednesday if I feel okay enough to do it. But we'll have to see sort of how this whole COVID situation unfolds. So there's a chance that I will just cancel Wednesday's stream if I'm really feeling really messed up. But assuming that I feel at least okay enough to just like chill and hang out, then yeah, we can just do this again and just hang out and chat some more about life and whatever. So, I'm glad, Yusha. You enjoyed this? I feel like sometimes I feel that kind of it's like a pressure that I think I just put, maybe potentially just put on myself, but like the idea of like I feel like I gotta do something exciting, you know? Like and I don't mean exciting by like necessarily super high energy, but I feel like that, you know, I don't know, I guess people want to be entertained, so I feel like I need to have kind of like a program of sorts kind of in place. You know, if it kind of gets a little too floaty, people kind of lose interest or something. So like, for example, you know, like housing tours are like very like, a lot of people like really engaged and stuff because we're like, go, like hit this house, do this house, blah, blah, blah. Or some of the builds where it's like, we're just like going crazy and like building this whole thing. And I have like, I'm just like, you know, so sometimes I feel like, oh man, I gotta make sure I keep up that kind of level of production and stuff. But yeah, it's nice. I mean, I do think though that it's nice to step back sometimes and just have some of these streams where it's kind of like just chilling, you know? Just a chance to talk, kind of hang out. You heading out? Yeah, I know, right? Mass dote, shotgun dote. I'm telling, I pitched it the other day. Just take the same machinist shotgun thing and just whip out that shotgun and just shotgun dotes to everyone in your friends list within like a 5 to 10 yalm radius. It would sell like hotcakes. And you should, yeah, sure, go for it. Hooray! See you, Juliet. Have fun with I see what you did there. Have fun wherever you're off to, raiding or maps and whatnots. And yeah, we'll have to, like I said, we'll pick up. I don't know. I'll have to think. If I can think of something kind of simple and laid back that we could do on Wednesday, maybe we can do something, something chill. Okay, I see you're saying in-game, Yusha, that you gotta head out to a birthday. Have fun. Thanks for coming by. Oh, that did not go through. For sure. Yeah, again, thank you for coming by. I'm glad you liked it. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. So. Have fun at the birthday. Happy birthday to the birthday person. We'll see you in the Discord and maybe Wednesday or whenever. Definitely, definitely. Look forward to it. You too, you too. Take care. Oh, the Sabatender. Such a good emote. See ya, see ya, see ya. Oh, wow. There you go, with the car. Leon's still locked in G-pose mode. I need to go through a bunch of those new tutorials and stuff you put out. I was able to skim through some of them, and of course that's how I recognized Nomi? Nomi? Or is like Japanese? No. That doesn't look like Japanese. It's not meant to be Japanese. I think it's Nomi. Nomi Osaton. Osaton? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I mean, I recognize it from your dark-skinned character. Like, no Emmy. No Emmy? Stuck in G-pose. Yeah. Please feel free to post away to the Discord. Yeah, oh man, it's I love it. I really want to get more into G-pose. I'd love to figure out how to do that much better. Like, I can't believe that I didn't realize for some reason, like, I surely explored this when I first started G-posing, but for some reason, I completely ignored the fact that the manual, like the slider for positioning the camera can go farther back than you can naturally scroll with your wheel. And then also, like, clicking on the manual lighting thing and it adjusts the whole lighting in the build. Because, like, I kept having to, like, do this like dilemma of, like, oh man, I build on light 0, but then everything's like pitch black in screenshots basically, right? And so I need to, like, bump up the lighting somehow. So I either turn the lights on or not. But then, like, I realize now, clicking that button on and using the slider there will not engage the main chandelier. So the chandelier will still stay off, and you can adjust the lighting but keep a lot of the ambiance. Like, so, man, yeah, just even simple things like that, just like re-glancing through yours and Yanyan's tutorials, and I didn't even deep dive into it, but just skimming through it was like, oh my god, yeah, I need such good reminders of how to do that. Ultimate Scrub Lords, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing? Catching us here a little bit at the tail end, but welcome again. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you all the same. Oh, thank you for the photos, Leon. I see you posted a whole bunch. I'll have to go look through them in a little more detail after the stream here. Oh, I want to play around with reshade and everything too. I cannot though right now on PlayStation 4. So, but like, man, the power of reshade and G-shade and, I mean, editing in general, but like just being able to add those nice, like, basically color grading to everything and all that stuff. Color grading, subtle light bloom, and better, like, depth of field and stuff, probably. Man. Just absolutely crazy. I mean, I come from a graphic design background, too. So, like, I mean, I know full well the power of even a little bit of Photoshop can just absolutely, when you A/B test it, you're just like, holy shit. Yeah. Sophie's, I finally realized how the home button affects camera view not too long ago by accident. The home button affects the camera view? Does home reset the camera to like a base position within G-Pose or something? I'll have to look at that again. Time for us to join Eureka team. Oh, okay. Have fun on Eureka. Good luck, good luck. Dotes here, dotes, rapid dotes all around. Thank you all for coming over to the house and hanging out to the stream. Hope to have you guys back sometime soon. And yes, very true, Aramore. I'm looking into it for sure. Those GPU prices coming down and everything. First person view. Okay. Yeah, oh man, there's so much I need to experiment still with even just the G-pose in the game, let alone eventually getting G-shade and all that kind of stuff. There's just, oh, there's such a world of stuff I want to try out. Yeah, there you go. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Have fun in Eureka. And I think too, that'll probably be where I am going to close the stream today. I'm gonna get some rest and got some stuff I can work on, even though I'm gonna quarantine here in my room. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna try to see about potentially doing like a small stream on Wednesday or something. Again, it'll depend on how I feel. But thank you guys for also bearing with me. I know it was very last minute that I kind of changed the plan for this week. But sometimes, you know, shit happens. So thank you guys for sticking with it. And like I said, I think it will mean, though, that I can put on a much better show, a much better production when it comes to some of these theme builds coming up. And this will actually give me a great chance to work on some other new things for the stream and for everything, and to get the housing stuff all done. So it'll be a good time. As always, there's lots of fun, exciting things I hope you all look forward to coming up. And so, oh, Sophie, you're a traditional artist with a background in graphic design too. Wonderful. Awesome. Oh man, you and I can nerd out about typography and contrast, crap, right? Contrast, repetition, alignment, proximity. And and agonize over people's misaligned paragraphs and bullet points and you know what I mean. All those little like graphic design, I cannot, like looking at menus and stuff, you're like, typography and layout. Those are like two things I get so nerdy about. And like presenting information clearly and stuff. Oh man, all the time. Like in Discord and stuff too, you're so limited, but like, man. Kerning? You want to talk about kerning and tracking, Mozart? I think that's what you meant, right? By kemming, you meant, I think, kerning, right? For anybody who doesn't know, kerning is the spacing between letters, and tracking is the spacing or kerning is the spacing between two letters, and tracking is the spacing between all letters in a word. So kemming. Oh, yeah. I see it. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, so the joke there with the kerning thing, right, is Mozart D minor says kemming, but then it's because R and M, if they're too close together, they'd blend together, right? So if your letters are kerned too close together, then it's hard to discern if that says an M or if it says an R and then an N, or if it's like, you know what I mean? So this is like a thing, but it, you know, it's a great joke. It's a very like a nerdy thing, but it's also something that like you have to think about when you do like graphic design, especially like in a professional sense, because certain things like you know, this, especially when you start getting into things like branding for corporations and stuff, this could be oh my gosh, this could be like a whole stream just like talking about design philosophy and stuff. But like a big thing you'll see, especially if you start doing any graphic design and you start looking at this and thinking about it, is like you'll look at like logos and stuff, and some logos look amazing on the billboard, but you have to think about how the logo can also reproduce on a small business card, right? Like in the corner. And a lot of times people don't create alternate versions of the logo, or they don't think about that, you know, or on their stream or wherever it is, where like if it's changing sizes, if it's changing colors, and you can't read it in certain sizes, or if some of the letters start mashing together and stuff. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Just to stream several streams, it's true. I mean, literally took 4 years of college courses on this, as well as have practiced it well before that, as well as all the years after that. So it is, it's a whole thing. I guess I am curious. Would people on the stream here be at all interested to see me eventually potentially branch over to doing some design work on stream? Kind of seeing stuff outside of 14, like how I'm not like a Photoshop whiz or anything, so I don't think I really do Photoshop, but like Illustrator, InDesign, even PowerPoint or Keynote or something like that, you know, like there's like a whole rabbit hole's worth of design nerdiness that we could get into there, talking about like, I think you could tie it together. You could do like showing you guys how I come up with, for example, some of the flyers and posters for events like prom night, or you know, the branding or something for prominence and these kinds of things. So, because yeah, I think for the most part, everything on my stream and almost all the ads and everything that I usually post is all done by me. So I could fully explain to you how the thought process behind all that stuff. Emotes, overlays, posters, the flyers, the chat covers, you know, all that kind of stuff. Discord stream schedules. But But yeah, so I'm sure Sophie, you know what I mean. I mean, like if you know how to do graphic design, then I feel like there's always that sense of like, I'll just do it. I mean, why spend a bunch of time talking through to someone else to try to explain to them exactly the color that you want and the kind of type you want and how you want it spaced and the weight and everything. So like, I just do it myself. Like I know my taste of what typefaces and I want and like the weighting and the spacing and like it's just, yeah. And it's fun. I mean, it's one of the things I actually really like about streaming is the fact that it is a chance for me to make a lot of stuff using a lot of the multiple discipline types of stuff that I know and put it all together, right? Like I know housing and design, but I also know graphic design, so like I can make marketing for my housing designs and stuff, right? So yeah, it's good stuff. I think it'd be cool. It's always fun to see other people use their creative power. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's like it's a cool space actually. Like that's one of the things that kind of clued me in on like, oh, maybe streaming would be something that I would enjoy. Is when I was trying to think of like, what? Oh my gosh, my mouse was just right on my head in game the whole time. But like, yeah, like trying to. Why is the gameplay so yellow right now? That's so weird. Huh. I have to look into that. It's very crunched yellow right now. It's not supposed to look like that. It's looked like that the whole time. But yeah, I think seeing streamers and stuff, and seeing especially like VTubers, and like all the graphics and stuff that they usually have for their stream schedules and everything, was very like, oh wow, wait, this is something I could do, right? It's a lot of it's like flat design, right? It's not a lot of like 3D crazy Photoshop or anything like that, except for obviously the actual, if it's like a VTuber and they have like custom artwork commissioned, that's different. But like in terms of their overlays, their chat widgets, or like stream schedules and stuff, a lot of that is just like, you know, clean, flat design, with some, I don't know, a couple like gradients and that kind of thing. But it's like pretty like vector art basically, right? Which I think is a specialty of, I would say is a specialty of mine, is sort of like in the typography vector art category. So Sophie said, I did a design for a VTuber friend a while ago. It was fun. It was fun, but took a lot of back and forth. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about, at least for the now too, why I'm not taking any kind of like commissions and stuff for that is, there's so much that I want to do for my own stream that I know that I would of course want to do a really good job for a client if they commission me for like their VTuber overlays. And I think I could do a great job. But I just know that it would mean that I massively would have to sideline so much of the things that I want to do for my own stream here. And I just think I would rather really get myself up and running off the ground before I really do open myself up to commissions. And that's the same thing with housing too. Like, I would really not want to half-ass a project. So like if I'm going to build something for someone, I will go like really deep and like really in. And like really try to make it something really fantastic that they'll really enjoy. But that comes at a cost, you know, of time and focus and energy. So I'm curious. So I mean, Sophie, if you'd be at all willing to share some of your work, I'd love to see it. You're welcome to even just DM me if you don't want to necessarily show it to the whole public. But I wouldn't mind seeing whatever that VTuber friend you did the work for. Or you could even link just their stream or something. You could have Leon link it to me or something. But just kind of curious. But also totally understand if it's kind of one of those you want to keep it separate, like that kind of work or something. Because I know, like personally, I like to keep my personal design work like separate from what I'm doing with stream and everything. So But if you're curious, like what my design work, some of it would be like, you just look at my overlay right now. So, yeah. But anywho, I think, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna call it here for today's stream. But this was great. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad. Like it's always nice. It's kind of like the feeling of, you know, when you have like those car rides like with friends, and sometimes you're wondering like, oh man, can we keep it, like if it's friends that you haven't necessarily had a lot of car rides with, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know if like, what if the conversation just kind of peters out or something, or like people, you know, not really that interested in talking or whatever, but then you end up like just like talking the whole time, and it's like just kind of flows naturally. And that's what this felt like. It felt like that when you're just like, man, that was, oh, you know, I was a little worried that like maybe what if we didn't have that much to talk about or something like that. I always kind of worry about that when but you know, I just, again, don't want it to be like a boring thing or anything, but this has been great. So thank you guys all for coming out to the stream and participating and hanging out. This was a ton of fun. And oh, and I'm glad that Sophie and Leon, that you like the design. Yeah, I did design my logo. Yeah, so I've all of my branding, the overlay. So I didn't literally code the widgets, like the chat widget that pulls in this chat, but I recoded all the CSS to be styled and stuff in the way that I wanted it to. So the two things right now that I did not do for my stream, I did not do the backend Java coding, and I did not do the background music you're currently hearing, like the lo-fi beats. I did not literally produce those myself. I did pick them out of a big list of lo-fi beats, but I did not literally produce them. But everything, like all the other graphics that you see on the stream here, well, okay, obviously not the Endwalker logo, but like other chat covers, like if I do, let's see, like this, you know, so like this is like the Prominence logo, and chat cover, we have like the garden party, these kinds of things. Like if I do these things, right, standby, this, like these ads for the garden party or for club events, these kinds of things. This, the design work for Prominence, the branding for oh yeah, so I made Prominence, I built Prominence, but then also I did all the branding and stuff. So yeah, all that's done by myself. The logo for Prominence, the logo for myself. So it's a lot of fun. It's really cool because this could be like a whole anecdote in itself, but like, I mean, I kind of had this whole vision of a sort of overarching art project that I wanted to create as a sort of art persona for myself to then start putting like real art to the world. Because I've only done like corporate design more so, and like I did branding and work for like flyers for a social club and stuff that I was a part of in college, and some other little organizations here and there outside of that. But I've never really launched a full-on art project that was me, like for myself and just my own taste and everything. And I had been working up myself to the point where I really wanted to be able to put stuff out to the world with regard to that. And for a long time, I was really struggling on figuring out how I wanted to do that. And I finally realized it just being light bulb one day near the end of last year that, like, you know what? I think the way I can maybe do that is streaming, and making my own, you know, this will be a wonderful way to start putting out my design sensibility to the world, give myself more practice, and then also kind of put myself on a schedule, right? So like now I have to come up with posters, and I have to come up with schedules, and I want to come up with graphics for all of those, flyers for events and stuff. And I think that's a great kind of motivator to keep me designing, keep me on my toes, keep me thinking. So. Oh, thank you both very much. I'm glad that you like it. And as from fellow artists, of course, too, I really appreciate that. And like likewise, I mean, I see like, you know, the stuff that you guys are putting out, you know, the tutorial tweets and these kinds of things. I mean, and I really appreciate those as well, because I know like something that is with design, but also just teaching, right, is that it's teaching something very succinctly in a very clean, clear way is very, very hard to do unless you really know the subject matter, right? So something like being able to boil down a really complex concept that could take months to master, but you put it in like a tweet, like a single tweet or like 2 tweets. That takes a lot. That takes a lot of knowledge and a lot of very precise thinking about how to word stuff, and what to omit even, right? It's as much what's not there as much as it is what is there. So yeah, I see that expertise in what you're doing as well. So, but I'm glad that you enjoy. I'm very thankful, and I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad that you noticed and that you like the design work that I've been doing. So, and hello, Lime. Hi, Lime. Well, I guess it's nice that we got to catch you here at the end. Lime, I'm actually just about to head out for the day. Today's stream was kind of a very chill, just a hangout stream, because feeling a bit under the weather. And I might have to cancel Wednesday's stream depending on how I'm feeling. But hopefully I can at least do like a hangout just chatting stream on Wednesday or something. So that'll be good. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. So far it hasn't been that bad. Maybe it'll just be a little bit of an annoying uncomfortableness than as opposed to like a full-blown, you know, COVID knock you out for a long time. But yeah, again, thank you very much, everybody, for bearing with me today, and for coming to the stream and hanging out, and it was just making it a really nice, chill time. It was a lot of fun getting to know several of you much better, I think, now. And thank you again, Lock and Key, if you're still here, or anyone from the raid, from that raid. Thank you very much for also that raid, Lock and Key, and for the follows from several of you. And I'm glad you all could be here and make it. You're very welcome, Sophie and Leon. Thank you again for coming by and for the lovely photos. Again, I'll have to take a closer look at these here after the stream's done. But yeah. For now, have a wonderful rest of your evening, everybody. Let's see. Goodbye. Take care, everybody. See you guys in the Discord. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. We've got some announcements coming up. I think, like I said, I'll be putting the tour form live. I'm not sure if it'll be tonight, but like this week. So we can get excited for the end of the July housing tour, the 25th and 27th, as well as a bunch of some other fun events. So yeah. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Good evening and good night.